Hi everyone. I just had a random thought that I hear about this generation of millennials. I'm sorry that I look so rough. I've been working way too much. I'm kind of tired. Um, but millennials, they're put on a pedestal, rightly so. They're the young generation. They're generation of technologically spoiled and informationally they have access to things that previous generations had no access to. I am a Generation Xer, right? And I always thought that was an interesting terminology for us, because it kind of basically negates, being an X. You know what I'm saying? Negates that generation. And ironically, it seems to be the case. You don't hear about Gen Xers very often. You hear about the baby boomers. You hear about the greatest generation, World War II vets. Ooh, you gotta watch out for them. And now millennials, but the Gen Xers just kind of got washed right over, or at least it seems that way. And that's okay with me. I suppose it's kind of slighting. It is the Gen Xers that have pushed for marijuana legalization so heavily. That sound that you're hearing, that's rain. Beautiful, beautiful rain. Anyway, it was just a random thought that came to me. And, it's, give some love to a Gen Xer. That's another thing. Are Gen Xers somehow all of a sudden incorporated into millennials? Because I've actually heard that, not argument, but that statement from people, and it seems not quite, it doesn't sit right with me. Because when I think of the millennial generation, I think of course, the millennium. But I also think of the technological generation. The generation of cell phones, the generation of Wi-Fi signals, and the interconnectivity, not having to. I remember back when I was a teenager, we would make plans to go to, just for example, Illinois for a concert, and we'd leave from North Carolina, and we'd have plans. We didn't have cell phones, bear this in mind. We'd have plans. Okay, go to Noblesville. We're gonna meet in section K, row 7 at 8 p.m. And 9 times out of 10 we pulled it off. We did. We'd pull it off. And if we missed, we'd catch up with each other, later on. We were pretty good. This current generation, I think they would fucking have a meltdown if they were faced with such arbitrary possibilities. And it's another thing, those arbitrary possibilities made for great adventures. Things that you didn't plan on would happen, and good times ensued. And sometimes chaotic times ensued, and sometimes downright horrific times ensued. But anyway, there's just a random thought that I had. Is Generation X a thing anymore? Has my generation been done away with? Do we still exist? Is it still a thing, Gen X? Just a thought.